Hi, everyone. My name is Alicia Mathias, and I am the Talent Development Manager with Wonderspring Early Education. So Wonderspring is a nonprofit organization, and we provide services to families throughout Philadelphia and Montgomery counties. And we service children that are 6 weeks old to 12 years of age. So basically what we offer is what many people consider to be childcare, but we do refer to it as early childhood education because we do provide weekly lesson plans and we utilize curriculum and social emotional curriculum for the children all the way from 6 weeks all the way to school age as well. So our offerings for our families, our Wondersprings programs offer a safe and nurturing environment, qualified staff, and age-appropriate curriculum to encourage learning, development, and growth during the most important years of children's lives. So our centers are actually open from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. So we offer that before and after care coverage as well for parents who may be working long hours. So for our staff, we offer generous paid time off, minimum wage of $13 an hour. So that's if you're coming in with your high school diploma, you'll get 13 automatically. Yeah, health, dental, 401k matching, trainings, support with continuing education, increase in pay upon completion of your CDA or AA, opportunities for internal promotions, and support of leadership teams. I'd like to speak a little bit on the opportunities for internal promotions because many people feel as though, oh, I'm going to start out at 13, I'm going to get stuck at 13 and just remain as a teacher. But from even my personal experience, I started out as an infant toddler teacher. I became a preschool teacher. I then went on to do marketing, as well as being the assistant, the center director, and now I'm working in HR. And that was all within a span of 3.5 years. So I can certainly tell you that Wonderspring values their employees, and they work with you to be able to give you the trainings, the opportunities that you need to be able to be where you are and want to be within our organization. So we are currently seeking assistant and lead teachers throughout Philadelphia. We have 2 centers located in West Philadelphia. One's Powelton Village and the other is Newmarket West, which is our brand new center. So you're looking at a center that has a facility that's bright, clean, freshly painted, new floors, all the toys and everything in the classroom are brand new. And then Powelton Village that has been in the community for 34 plus years. So we have a tight-knit community there with longevity with the families and the staff as well. So right now we are offering sign-on bonuses, $1,500 if you have your high school diploma, CDA, AA, or $2,000 for a BA and higher. You would collect that after 90 days of employment. So for your qualifications, just to start out with us, if you have 2 years of paid experience, and that can be in babysitting, nannying, anything working with children. So 2 years of experience, a high school diploma, CDA, or AA, you can begin with us. With a BA, a master's, or above, you can be a lead teacher, a center director, or an assistant director. In order to apply, you can visit us at www.wonderspring.org, click on Join Our Team, and click on More and learn and apply. You can also contact me. My email address is provided, emathias@wonderspring.org if you have any questions. And then you can also use our QR scanner. You could scan it now and it'll take you straight to the job opportunities page on our website. So again, we service West Philadelphia, Wynwood, Narberth, Pottstown, and Colonial schools. And that's all.
All right, short and sweet. So how many of these jobs are available in West Philadelphia?
In West Philadelphia, we currently have 6 openings.
6 openings, cool. Mm-hmm. And would you mind just walking us through what that application page looks like?
Sure, so all you'll be doing is entering your demographic information and you'll be uploading your resume. That's it, short and sweet.
Cool, nice and easy. All right, I did see one question come across in the chat. Jada is asking, is this CCIS approved as well?
Yes, so we receive subsidy, ELRC funding, as well as private pay. We also have early Head Start programs, Philly Pre-K, and Pre-K counts.
Oh, could you put the QR code back up on the screen?
Sure, no problem.
And are there any other questions? Let me change this so you guys can unmute yourselves. All right, if anyone has questions, go ahead and unmute yourself and ask away.
Hi, hi, yes, I'm Alicia Dorsey. I'm interested in doing this work, but I don't have a copy of my high school diploma, and going through the school district to get a copy of my high school diploma was kind of crazy. Like they just didn't know how for me to get a copy of it. So what could I do to
So we will
apply?
help you. We will help you. So apply. We've been through this process a lot with the school district. It is a little hectic sometimes to try and get it, but we do obtain high school diplomas. So we can certainly help you with that process.
Thank you.
No problem.
Alicia, I have a question also. Do you have part-time positions available? And if so, what do those hours look like?
Sure, so we do. So our centers are open, like I said, from 7 a.m. to
Okay,
6
hear you.
p.m. So we have split shifts, as well as working around schedules, such as other work opportunities that you may have, or schooling especially. So you can work with the center director to work out what schedule would work best for you. We also have summer camp opportunities coming up. Springtime's right around the corner, so we are hiring for all summer camp positions. And those can either be full-time or part-time. So if you are just looking for summer work or trying to like dip your toes into, is this something that I really want to do? Summer camp would be a really great opportunity for you as well.
Okay, thank you.
Problem.
Jada, did you have a question? I see your hand is raised. Oh, I see in the chat. Will I be able to enroll my children if I work there as well?
Yes, and we also have an employee discount. So for infants, so 6 weeks up to one age, it's 15%. Any other age, so all the way up to school age, is 50% off. So it's really great. We also accept the ELRC funding as well. So if you meet that mark, we'll definitely help you with that paperwork as well. We also have the Philly Pre-K and the Pre-K, as well as the early Head Start programs, and those are all free from 9 to 3:30. So you would only have to pay for or get ELRC funding for that before and after care if you needed it. So there's definitely lots of opportunities for your children to attend, and it's a very common.
Savannah, did you have a question?
Was that Savannah?
Yeah. Yeah. Did you have a
Yes.
question?
Yes, I had a couple. I wanted to know, one, was there any specific age group that you're looking to hire for your assistant or lead teachers, or is it just based on the qualifications? I also wanted to know what the training process looks like with Wonderspring. You know, once you've gone through your application and that initial interview, what's the next step?
Sure. So we are hiring for all age groups. It may depend slightly based off of the locations, but I can tell you in West Philadelphia, we are hiring for all age groups right now. So basically, after you apply, I would be reaching out to you and scheduling a virtual interview with our center director. So you'll speak directly with them. Once that interview is successful, I will then be getting your information and I'll be extending you an offer. Once you get that offer, we'll be collecting all of your information, documents, and clearances that you'll need in order to start. We'll schedule your new hire orientation, which will be at our main campus, and it's 2 days. So the first day is actually going over all of Wonderspring's policies and procedures and expectations, as well as completing all of the state verified trainings that are necessary in order to work in ECE. The second day will actually be curriculum training and the social emotional training, as well as intentional interactions. So we really delve deep into what is Wonderspring looking for when you enter into a classroom. The third day will be a day for you to observe the classroom that you're going to be working in, as well as learning all of the policies and procedures and just sort of getting a tour of the center and getting to speak with your fellow employees, etc. And then your 4th day will actually be your first work day.
All right. May I also ask, is there drug screening for Wonderspring as well?
There are not, no.
All right. Well, thank you. I feel like you answered all of my questions.
Thank you.
We had a couple more questions in the chat. Are you only looking for teachers right now?
So we do have an assistant director's position open at our Newmarket West in West Philadelphia. So we are always posting anything that may be opening in our corporate locations or others. So if you are looking for an administrative position, we do have some that are available, and you can check our website as well.
Great. So all those jobs are posted in the same place on the
Correct.
careers page. Awesome. Are these childcare centers that you develop as a company, or do they sign up to be a part of your program?
So Wonderspring owns all of their programs. And we did, like I said, just open Newmarket West, and we're looking to probably expand a bit more in the near future as well. So Wonderspring sometimes leases their buildings, sometimes owns them, but Wonderspring's company, everyone is internal. So all of our employees are hired and work for Wonderspring.
Great, thank you. We have a question about vaccination status. Could you just talk a little bit about any of the COVID restrictions that you've currently got?
So we do follow all CDC and OCDL guidelines. So right now it is required to have your booster shots as well as your vaccinations. However, if you're not interested or cannot be vaccinated for whatever reason, you can be tested bi-weekly.
And then going back to Jada's question earlier, she says she has a 1, a 3, and a 5-year-old. Sounds like she's busy. Is there room for all of them?
Yes. So our certain centers, some of them do school age care and some of them don't. So we would definitely want to pair you with a center that does have that before and after care for your 5-year-old, so that when they're going into kindergarten, you don't have to worry about where they're going next.
Gotcha. And if someone has the first 2 shots, but not the booster shot, then they could get tested bi-weekly, it sounds like?
Correct.
Gotcha. Awesome, thank you. Let's see. Felicia, did you have a question?
Yes, I do. I wanted to know what, excuse me, what is the difference between the assistant teacher position and the EHS co-teacher position?
Sure. So the assistant teacher would need to have either the 2 years of experience, paid experience with their high school diploma, or more preferably their CDA AA, or working towards it. They will then be sort of under the lead or guidance of that lead teacher. So they're not expected to do lesson plans. They're not expected to lead the circle times. That's the job of the lead teacher. However, with an early Head Start co-teacher, that program truly believes that both individuals working with the children inside the classroom should both work as leads. So they should be able to do the lesson plans, communicate with the parents as needed, do everything from diaper changes to feeding the children. So basically you're working as a co. There is no lead, there is no assistant.
Okay, gotcha. So the assistant teachers are in the classroom with an actual teacher, and you're just assisting them and helping them with the children in whatever capacity or duties or tasks that are.
Correct, yes. We do have a lot of assistant teachers, however, who do want to be more active in the actual teaching sessions. And so a lot of the times an assistant teacher will do 3 out of the 5 circle times for the week, or they'll choose to do certain crafts, and they just love to read, and so they'll do all the book reading. So certainly you can partner how you want to, but typically it is that lead's responsibility to get that planning time out. A lot of the time, the planning time can be done with the assistant teacher as well, so that you're on the same page. You can also have your input as well, but the lead teacher will be paid more than the assistant. And that's not the case for the early Head Start co-teachers.
Gotcha. And one more question. So when you were talking about sort of like the onboarding, when you first go into it, you're offered the position or whatever, and the days of training. So you said it's done at the corporate office. Is that in Norbert?
Narberth, it is. Yes, it is.
So move over in front of the screen.
Okay.
And those days are paid with a paid lunch as well.
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
Thank you.
How soon are you looking like to hire? Are you hiring right away as long as all the paperwork is done? And I would guess for some credentials, like say child abuse clearance, that might take, I don't know how long it takes. I'm hoping like maybe 3 to 5 days or a week or more or whatever.
So we pay for all of your clearances. If you have your clearances within the last year, we don't need to resubmit them. However, if they are older than the last year, we do go ahead and register you for all of those, including the NSOR. So we pay for all of that as well.
But the process, is it longer than you think, 2 weeks?
So right now, the NSOR and the FBI is typically taking a little longer than 2 weeks. However, all of our centers do have a waiver. And so as long as you have your child abuse and state current, then we can go ahead and hire you. You just won't be allowed to be left alone with the children until you have your NSOR and FBI.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Do we have any more questions? Oh, Jada, did you have another question? Can you work with children with an unfounded report?
So as long as anything that comes up from your background is not based on something that has happened to children, then we don't look at it, we don't consider it.
All right, cool. Any other questions out there? Are these all long-term positions, or are the summer camp positions, or would those be temporary positions?
So we're looking for long-term employees. However, if you are just interested in the summer camp, we can certainly work with you. However, we love to hire employees who are looking for longevity and looking to grow. We put a lot into our employees. We assist with their education. We assist with their on-the-job training, etc. And the consistency for the children is 100% a plus. So we do want to keep you on long-term, but if you are just looking for that summer camp experience, then we can certainly look into that as well.
Great, thank you. All right, last call. Any other questions out there? What are the group dynamics at Wonderspring?
Group dynamics in the sense of child ratio.
No, more of like staff and employee relationships.
Sure. So each center sort of has their own culture. It'll be interesting for you to develop your interest in one of the centers based off of sort of your feeling of just the vibe of the place. Like I said, Powelton Village is very much family oriented, lots of barbecues, lots of get-togethers, just really centered on building relationships. Newmarket West is a young center, and so we have a lot of younger teachers. We have a lot of people from the community coming in and having their children be at Newmarket West. Almost all of our employees there have some type of relation to a child who's also enrolled. So again, they're sort of building that family relationship. However, it's still very young. Our Wynwood Center and Narberth centers have again been there very long. So we have actually teachers who are teaching second and almost third generation children. So again, the vibe there is just a sense of belonging, of family. So Colonial is a little bit different because we are actually positioned in the Colonial School District buildings. And so a lot of the staff don't actually get to interact as much as the others do who are in just one center. And so that's going to be a bit more of a sort of short-term feeling, in the sense that you get to know your cohort in that actual center really, really well. However, you may not be able to build those relationships with everyone else because they are in separate buildings. Pottstown, again, has been there for a very long time. all in one center. Again, everybody's just welcoming, down to earth there. It's really a great company to work with. We haven't had any issues. If there is any concerns, I can tell you that our head of HR, Miss Annie, will be at that center in person, working with you to understand, you know, any problems that you may have. And we certainly do take everything seriously, and we follow the processes that need to take place. So I can assure you that, you know, only good vibes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we have another question. Are we able to train within the company in order to get a certification, or do you provide any support with that training or obtaining certifications?
Definitely. So if you don't yet have your CDA, we will ask for you to obtain your CDA and begin before you actually begin working. So we will give you programs, everything from free to reduced cost to just paying books. Whatever you are in need of, we will find for you. And then if you're interested in continuing on to your AABA, we have partnerships with local colleges, online colleges, hybrid programs. So we are certainly there to support you throughout your journey. We also have the participation in the Teach and 1199C as well. So if you're looking for funding for your AABA, then we can certainly help there as well.
Great, great, thank you. All right, we got time for one more question. Is there any questions out there?
Yes, I'm typing it up as we speak.
Oh, all right, be patient. If I have an associate's degree in human services, is that enough for an assistant teacher position?
Yes, definitely. You can also be a lead teacher with an AA. So please apply.
Okay.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you very much, Alicia.
Thank you. And thank you to everyone here.
That was
You're
great.
welcome.